What's up, guys? EUW guy, Kane you're on. ShadowHitman is here. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out any League of Legends content. Thank you.
Jacks or at least set up for that split push. So at least now you've got a strong 1-3-1-4 WE, which is a little bit different from the compositions that we've seen of them in times past, but certainly something that I think can do really
and this time around, the king of the jungle, if you will. Ale getting engaged on Totally. Might just go down to the solo kill, but the flash and View secures first blood.
really nice.
He has been spotted out here at least, and View connects the stun as well. Dark Passage helping Tarzan get out. Doonby over there, but the damage is huge. Kadaya burning down. Kadaya goes down. And LNG are moving forward now. I don't think they can follow it up any longer, but you do have Xing putting in some damage on the side. Ala against Bew under tower. Ala doesn't die, but Bew might be able to finish off the kill here. Nobody's coming to save anybody up here, so it's going to be a 1v1. Ala, is it? Oh no, Shakes was trying to get up here quick enough, but I don't know if he can. Bew trying to get around the corner, and Ala gets executed.
Yeah, nice job from Ala to get the execute. I saw with the time both junglers doing a really good job of tracking the opposition. We got the
They're going to fight for this. They are actually going to fight for this. The dragon goes to Tarzan. They're in the pit. Here comes the Moonlight Vigil. We'll see if the damage is enough. He's got red, white, and they're doing some serious damage. Shanks is already down. That's a second to fall, and LNG pretty much just took everything. They took the blue side, they took the dragon, and they took their lives.
And they're maybe gonna get View. The burn not gonna be enough with that pop. Yet. LNG are still making their way here.
Like, you see all the bodies coming, you're like, they're gonna fight for this, right? And they do. This is a split fight, though. Tarzan gets the engage on the side, and now the damage from the... Oh my god, there's no way. That's 200 years for you right there. And LNG are running away with these fights, Deck.
And Tarzan backs away, but Light is actually being able to respond to this in the bot side. Kadaya and Xing being in a position where you can start these bots.
Guy with some fancy feet here needs to watch out for the prison. Does get locked down, and there comes the damage to follow it up. Wild Growth ain't gonna save you today, Kadaya.
No flash available, and Kadaya caught out in river. No support coming through. Whereas LNG, they're all here to make sure that they can set up for this dragon. So nicely done from LNG, and this is what we want to see from LNG, right? A clean early game. Tarzan setting up plays, but also tracking View well, being at the right place.
The shutdown of what Team WE wants to do. It's the fact that View was able to get a little bit of something early, but unable.
And as LNG start to siege onto this top lane turret, there's not much WE can do, but I just want to follow up on that. Like, it feels like for WE, you're missing a lot of the big things that need to be done. Kadaya being that engage tool has been one of their call out points.
As we do see the siege continuing. Doonby in some trouble. Fakes him out. He just broke their ankles live on stream. I don't care if he dies here. That was pretty funny. He does go down. Will not be able to get Shanks in return, but the siege continues in mid lane for LNG as the second charge goes off and the second tower goes down. Wait, what?
Mini top side.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to see what... Yeah, Tarzan Ale moving up to the top side, but Bew's here.
I don't know if Ala can get out of this one. Who are they going to go for? They look for Tarzan, but they go back onto Ala. He does have a lot. Yeah, but a Mega Death Rocket just goes straight through him. He's still not dead. He finally dies, but now the overcommitment might just doom him. Tarzan hasn't died just yet. Xing can't get into the fight, and there's a wipe. The only one left is Xing.
Rampage.
And there's nothing that Xing can do here. WE have fallen placed in towards mid. You've already got the top and jungle of LNG roaming up, and Tarzan flashes perfectly over with the wind becomes lightning. And this is where we're talking about, right? This FPS on either, so Ala just survived forever. It means that LNG are able to get the damage they want down. What is going on?
It doesn't
Every
stop.
time we come back from a replay, there's more. I mean, at this
timing
stage.
for Dragon.
Yeah, and the thing is, right, like, this is the LNG that people are hoping for, right? And I gotta say, like, I've been the biggest critic of Lumao, one of my favorite AD carries to watch, but he actually does get an early lead, because we've seen him, like, even when he joined the league back on picks like the Tristana, right, where he got a ton of attention, he just popped the hell off. We got to see him on the Caitlyn in their last series.
So hard to keep WE to be able to fight into at all.
It's insane. The 3-item spike at this stage is nuts. Infinity Edge even completed for the Fellows. It's insane. Baron gone. WE can't get in, and now the chase is on.
We need some chase music going on here. Yellow card does connect as well as Doinby frozen up a little bit, but Ala on the flank just walking his way in with a pair of scissors, say, hey, did you need a haircut today? Because I'm going to go ahead and give you one. Needlework's going to seal the deal, and Ala gets shanks.
A really nice job from Ala, right? Just picking him off. BuBu is kind of just going, right, lads, you're on your own. I'm going to go see what I can achieve in this bot side. And I don't blame him, right? Like, WE were never going to be able to fight for that Baron. And now LNG, though, they're able to siege up in the mid. Doomby's going to maybe stop the recall coming through from BuBu. And maybe we just see LNG looking for the end.
Objective bounty achieved for Team WE. All right, Dagda, we got a little something for the squad, but yeah, it's a flash forward from Lumao. Fate is pretty much sealed, even though there's no Yone in the fight. The first extra tower falls, and LNG are surging. Oh my God, that Moonlight Vigil! Every time I see it, does not matter. It is always impressive, as is LNG, as they take game number 1. Slowly but surely, they wanted some blood there, but 15-4, they claim game 1.
I mean, that was disgusting. That was complete control from start to finish. And makes it really hard as well when you can, like, just lock someone down. So it looks like on WE's side, they're like, right, not great into the Camille matchup, the Gragas. You'll give her kind of a bit of a free lane for scaling. But certainly when you look...
Playing on the ward, not knowing it's there. And Lumao stepping up, but that's 3 members strong here. Here comes the heroic entrance, though, to get the triple knockup. Lumao gets out with a flash, and LNG... They just turned it around. How does this happen? Team WE were setting that up for a long while. Not able to turn it around, but here we go. This is Team WE's chance here as they do find Tarzan in his blue side jungle and take it down to respond in kills.
Nice from WE. Both from Shanks on the initial trade, but also on WE to follow up on that and get this top lane.
Wait, what? Doinby flashing over the wall there, getting some damage on the View, and View has overstayed his welcome in LNG's jungle. The Mega Death Rocket tried to get the snipe. It was very close, but he went down to her. Play for Team WE. Everybody's coming up here for the party except for BuBu. See if Ala and Lumao can survive, or at least try to defend this with Doinby coming in. There's the engage from Ala, but you do have the heroic entrance available as the pullback for Doinby. Moonlight Vigil makes it not matter.
I don't know why Ala's going aggressive there, right? Like, the whole point of this play is just to stop the push, but they clear the wave, then Ala goes down, and now you're 2 people strong on this top side against 4 of WE. Looks like you're going to end up losing your bot side jungle here for View because you've stayed so long, but you'll take that trade, especially with all this gold going into the hands of Shin.
That is huge.
He's there because once you get to like 2 items here is this.
Tarzan just walked right in there, but the heroic entrance plus the Crescent Guard dissuades Team WE out of it. The flashes are starting to come out, and Tarzan's over the wall here on the Shanks. There's the Mega Death Rocket from Light. He's finally getting involved, and it's looking mighty fine. Doinby having popped the Predator. He's trying to get the taunt. He's trying to get the damage. The Winds of War go out, and a lot for the Dragon. Will be their first Dragon of the game with no response to come through from LNG on this one. But we do finally have our mythics completed pretty much across the board. As Doinby takes the top tower, just trading objectives.
Ala here should be able to get this spot lane turret fairly soon. BuBu is just kind of running to a stage where he won't be able to fully play against them.
Oh no, they are TP. BuBu is in trouble. He's got the Hextech Ultimatum utilized onto him. The taunt, they have across every sort of CC you could ever ask for, and LNG finds a kill.
And that's exactly what we're talking about, right? Doinby shoves in top, Shanks goes to answer, but Shanks doesn't have TP available, so they go for the TP play on bot side, knowing they have that lockup. Now you've got the Rift Herald, and just like that, LNG get control of these side lanes and get a massive influx of gold into them.
My goodness, and what a did here. You've got the double flake now by LNG, and Team WE have put themselves into a trap, but maybe they can get themselves out of that one. The Dragon about half health here. They realize Doinby is on the side. The Dragon goes over to View. BuBu's in some trouble, though. He's in the middle of the pit, and now is when LNG decides to go in. There's heroic entrance in. It does get the couple knockups. The Mega Inferno Rocket is going to be there as well, but Tarzan is still just pacing away at this squad, and Team WE are flashing for the hills. View is trying to make a solo bolo performance here in a 1v3. He's got the Heartbreaker. The reset's not there for him, but I am going to try to catch you. I don't know. The hook shot coming up soon. The Hextech Ultimatum is also available. Doinby is here. There's the ulti trigger, and BuBu taken out by Ala.
And unfortunately, WE didn't have control of it.
But the flank will be huge for Allah. He's walking out. Doomby is waiting to pull the trigger on the heroic entrance, and here you go. The fight started off by LNG. Shing flashes away beautifully, has the red white, but needs to get out of the fight because now the Moonlight Vigil follows it up, but they just don't have the damage. Tarzan goes golden in the middle of everybody. He goes down first, and now you got the resets for View, and this is where Viego comes alive. Although on the back, Allah's going ham right now. Light needs to get in there to do some damage. Can he get the free fires off? He's excited. He goes cleanse from the death sentence, and Light is starting to pop off. It's starting to look like an MVP performance from this AD carry of LNG yet again, and they wipe Team WE.
That was a gorgeous fight from LNG, and so much of it came down to Ala executing Shing in the back line when WE tried to chase that down. LNG now get the dragon. They're turning towards the Baron, and that's exactly what LNG needed to bring themselves into this game and get themselves that 3K goal.
It was a bit chaotic, but they had it in the bag. The flanks, the decision-making, the confidence from Allah there to go into that team and just obliterate Shing. LNG have turned it on right at the right time, and they get the bear.
I mean, that was so well played.
After you saw that first kill go down, it's beautiful stuff from LNG, but Team WE forced into a fight here. The TP is coming down from LNG. They want to continue this fight. The heroic entrance down onto 2 members here, and Allah is just going forward. How do we go from such an even game to an obliteration of Team WE by LNG? They are not taking any prisoners. They are not holding anything back, and Shanks goes down.
The shot from downtown is a shot to the heart for WE. The clean ace comes through for LNG, and honestly, they've got Baron. They've got 20-second death timers. They can look to end it this out.
We don't need the Kim Tank Dragon, LNG say, as they burst through the door of Team WE's base. They are taking down the objectives, they are taking down the structures, and it is not going to be the day that Team WE find their first series win of the LPL Spring Split. LNG will not let that be theirs, and LNG take this series by storm.
LNG is just like fires missing and hope, because one of the things...
Oh, the flash forward from Hung. It's a basic ability, and Hope locked up a bit more damage to do the trick, and it's a first blood. Counter gank from Kanavi is too little too late.
The ability to just flash in on top of them and set up for Hope and Missy. Maybe the fight.
Realmwalk's coming in. That's going to be a polymorph onto Baseline. Does get the lantern, and now comes in Galio. Gory setting it up, and LWX knocking down the pins. That's 2 for FPX as they chase Missing through the jungle with his tail between his legs. Gory's got the Predator. They'll catch up to the Lulu, or will they? Gets up to the tower, actually, inside the Herald charge. And it doesn't look like JDG have anything to say about this one. But that said, Yagao sort of nearby, has Realmwalk, but he doesn't have much mana.
Yeah, I mean, Yagao trying to...
3,000 gold down. It's only 10 minutes into the game. So far, it's been beautiful, and it's looking like a little bit more as well as Gory gets onto Yagao. Hung once again flashes. It was available, and he finds the hook as well. Yagao doesn't even get a chance to flash, just outplayed, and now Zero, really just a couple of these decisions where he's like, I can start a fight on this Lulu, and it's just not happening. FPX get themselves...
Allied champions are in 1,400 units. That's where he can get a bunch of extra stats. Whoop, the engagement.
FPX is in trouble here. Kanavi trying to force things. The Wild Growth does get a knock up, but he's gone too deep. Didn't have the damage, and he's just cut through. Beitron gonna grab himself that kill, and he becomes...
Looks like FPX aren't going to pull the trigger. Either way, this game is looking real tough for JDG right now.
Face check it. What about the dude potential 369? Think about the dude potential. Oh, it's a disaster. Say more. It's an Ocean Soul, which FPX can get themselves on Soul Point. Hope is getting low. He's almost finished off as then Infernum ulti. Actually, no, it was Calibrum ulti. Goes across. Yagao forced away. There's the Drake taken. And without ever fighting, FPX have forced JDG away here. But JDG looking for the fight. Lantern saves the day. There's a... Oh my days, Hug, that was beautiful. Everything played perfectly by the master of Thresh himself. That
Dragon, they're gonna get mid lane turret, and JDG, they just got completely outclassed.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
We've not even finished the tier 2 tower yet, and Dagda, it feels incredibly over. That said, ShadowHitman's overstepped a little bit, but no, he hasn't, because Hung's on the scene. He doesn't even need the lantern. He's not even afraid. He wants a Grump for himself as well. Realm Warp coming through, but the Grump has been acquired. 369 behind the team. LWX the one in trouble here as Hung tries to buy some time. AD carried down. Hung will fall as well, and ShadowHitman has to just bail on this one. JDG finally get themselves a little bit of a bonus. They couldn't finish off Hug. Gale was used by Hope in the end. At least ShadowHitman with 2 items up in that top lane as well. Feels like FPX in a strong position. That said though, Gory may have overstepped on this one. It's going to be both ultis used by the solo laners of JDG. Another pick back to back. Gory, what? He's Galio. How does he just one-shot someone like that? It's 1-for-1. And now FPX completely punish everything. It's a disaster for JDG. I can't believe how wrong this game has consistently gone as another for LWX. They just can't catch him there, but going 1-for-1 somehow. And importantly, Kanavi went down during all of that as well. So even if there was some kind of miracle, Hope's made the effort with the rocket. Like, you got to just go for it. It was blind at the end of the day, but that's the...
No, but they will
Okay.
get the dragon.
Oh,
no.
no, this is not the place you want to be TPing to. It's both solo laners as well. Gag out already there. 369, huge ulti here. Maybe an opportunity. They're so far down in gold, though. Do they actually have the damage to finish the kills off? Because Gory's wreaking havoc in the back line. It's 3v3. 2v3 now as JDG are chased down Hope. Locked up forever, but he actually flashes. Gory gets another one. Hope, can he do this? 1v3 with the wild growth taken away, but he just doesn't have the damage. And FPX just on gold difference alone win another fight.
And that was it. That was the perfect fight for JDG, but because of how far ahead FPX are, stopwatches come in, they keep members alive for so damn long, and now FPX, they're pushing in bot, they're getting the soul, they're getting everything. I just don't see how JDG...
Stopping Hope being able to follow up, because I'm not going to lie, that was a hell of an ult. Oh, the Hug! Hug is just too good at Thresh, man. I can't get enough of watching this man play Thresh. Every single time it's available, he flashes, he hooks, and he hits it every single damn time. In the meantime, hey, 369, he's got himself a bounty turret. We take those. JDG having a rough one, but at least showing us that, look, they can make these ones happen. That was beautiful. I know. It doesn't turn into anything, but it was still beautiful.
I'm just laughing at Hope. Like, it's so unnecessary. They're already dead. There's nothing left. He's just like, time to just style on JDG. And honestly, that's what FPX are doing, right? 369 trying to push him. Bot will get the bounty on the turret, but you're losing your entire base while he tries to...
Yeah, I'm not sure this was a valuable trade. Taunt comes across the team as well, and now the rest of the damage to follow up. LWX is very far forward here. He's just being hammered away on by Hope. He's got the GA, so it doesn't matter. He's got an Ocean Soul. He's back on his feet, and now he's got a Severum as well to heal back up with. I thought that could be disastrous. By the way, 369 is just chilling in the bottom lane. Forget the base. What do we need a base for, guys? Don't worry about it. He's finally arrived on the scene. Has a Void Staff. Maybe this is it. Has his ultimate available. Has Flash available. He's got to find an opportunity. Look at FPX spreading out so he can't get the grouped up ulti. 369. Now or never. It goes for the ulti, but he's locked up on the side and he can't even move. FPX finishing off in style as they dismantle JDG in game number 1 of this series and get themselves a convincing.
And honestly, Munch, I think the writing was on the wall from the get-go. 369 was using the Damn One skin. We see what happens with Damn. I'm super excited. This combo is so damn strong. Ton of pressure in the early stages. We've seen it more prominently over in the LEC.
Not afraid to flash forward on that looks and look for a binding, and he might have to flash backwards here because he's gone too far. That's his flash on cooldown, rooted as well, and taken down for first blood. Kanavi starting things strong. Gory can't do anything. Walks into the stun, just gets denied a bunch of minions mid lane. This is really nice to see from
The
JDG.
opportunity to buy time, look to scale super well into the late game, and it feels like the big win condition for JDG is 369 coming late game. As you can see, right, starting to get some good trades.
It's an all-in in the top side. Back there is Shala, who has the third proc of his ulti. Massive damage on 3
Side, but H1 will be spotted.
Oh, but it doesn't matter because the root came down and LWX snipes him out in the bottom lane.
Again, it's like a win for LWX. Gets the turret plates, getting control, 20 CS lead, a kill in his favor. Gale Force going to be coming
That's
soon.
ultis. That's ultis in the top lane. 369. Oh, barely dodges it, but the ignite is enough. And Xiao Lao. Great cake, interestingly, on the towards the second item. Not something that you see all too often. Usually just a couple of long swords going towards LDR or something along those lines. I like it, LWX continuing to put this pressure on. Look at the kill threat. Oh, we need to see the dodges. Does he have the footwork? Last fight though, the team moving in. Smite available for both junglers here. Might be a 50-50, but that will force everyone. Oh, the dragon reset. They actually don't get the quick dragon that they were looking for here. Chaos Storm comes out. JDG, they've got the Drake. And it looks like that's all they'll...
Style of build where he just goes for the 3 long swords.
Oh,
It's Hung.
Hope's going on to Hung, but that's a big overcommitment from Hope, honestly, but he will survive for the time being. Exhaust comes down. That's a fighting at LWX. Just gets rinsed. That's 2 for JDG. Is Batron forced away by the Chaos Storm of Yagao. Speaking of the mid, we're going to see the Herald slammed down by FPX, so at least a small answer for them. That will be 3 towers taken, and crucially, that actually means FPX are ahead of goal. Look at, like, when we just look abstractly at this game, it's felt like...
The other option for JDG is to actually just like full rotate over towards Baron and see if you can like threaten Baron and then try and draw FPX into you. But I don't think they really have the damage right now on their squad to threaten a Baron.
Oh, Invicta, they're happy to kite this one back as well, so safe stuff so far, but that's a laser across the team. Kanavi trying to buy time for the rest of his squad, but his support is already down, and Kanavi's alone. Here's TP from 369 onto Batron at the top side of the fight, but the same from the enemy top laner, Shala, who going huge here, and as Zhonya's comes through from Batron, which means 369 cannot answer. The needlework barely misses, but it's an opportunity at Baron.
No honey fruit for Beishuan though, so he's going to need to try and play this one out. Xiaolao who's stepping in to tank this. 369 on the wings, no jungler for JDG. The poke is there though.
369 cancels his recall. He wants to fight this Squid Wall. 5 at a time. Yagao flash forward. That's going to be the jungler going down. Oh, the Chaos Storm gets it. Yagao goes huge here, and now JDG find an opportunity. 369 looking for the double stun, coming on in as Hope is here to try and clean things up. But Xiaolao and Gory, they're not done just yet. Missing arrives. He's not really talked that much about the Jacks this game, but always... Oh, hang on. Batron has to flash. He's okay. 369 can have massive threat in the side lane with this Baron, and now TP coming behind Batron. There's a slow. Can 369 get the stun? That's the jungler down as JDG find another. Yagao TPing quite deep, wants to find more. It's an opportunity in the mid lane, and JDG, they want to snowball into a win here.
Shadow who waiting off the wings. LWX now moving up, and as you say, right? Big push coming through from JDG. That's 2 towers back in the favor. Goldie swinging ODG off the last couple of minutes of plays. And for FPX, kind of left scratching your head. This isn't as confident as you've seen them from them previous.
Oh no, they've set too far up. Chaos Storm is taking on 3 people, and the curtain's open wide for LWX. They'll walk away, win wall, buy some space for Gory, but it's not going to matter. 2 down now as JDG managing to make it happen. I was losing faith as Yagao steps on Gale Force on cooldown, but regardless, look at the Drake right now. It's Kanavi finishing this off. That'll be sold for JDG.
And it looked nice.
This is surely going to end in a fight. Batron forced away here. Now the movement speed from missing. 369 on the flank. TP's coming up through. Batron onto the backline, but the flash from Hope keeps him alive. And now Batron golden, trying to survive as long as he can, but that's 2 for JDG as into the backline goes Kanavi. In the meantime, Gory doing what he can, but what he can is absolutely nothing. It's 3 for 0, and JDG will be rewarded with a Baron.
I mean, half health pretty much across the board, but they're going to be totally fine here. Baron is there. You can't even try and contest his FPX. And I mean, this isn't really working out as strong as FPX were in the early stages. JDG, they get to the mid game. and that's where they're able to come online. This is something we haven't really seen from JDG a huge amount, simply because you move yourself into river. Otherwise, it's just like too difficult for you to try and go through these choke points, especially if the JDG are set up for it.
This is a bit of an overcommitment from Batron. He's in trouble here, just knocked up and taken out. He just steps into no man's land. Gory now low on HP as well. JDG, they're making these fights look easy. Hope might get taken down though. Maybe that's the window. FPX evening things up just a little bit, but still getting taken down. 369 wasn't even a part of this fight. This is a 4v5, and FPX are just getting obliterated by JDG. If they wanted revenge for game number 1, well, they've got it on a silver platter here. JDG absolutely showing a masterclass on controlling the map later on into the game. It's a 10,000 gold lead as they finish things out and push us to 3.
And JDG, I mean, we talked about them taking that slow early game. We thought that would be the get-go for FPX. It's just going to go towards the rise, gives them a little bit more control in roaming around the map.
Yeah, I will say, the rise, 369 up on the top side. Gory moving down towards his bottom lane. He does not have any mana. But things can happen anyway. Does have a biscuit. Here's the TP in the bottom side as the dive already underway. Hope surviving for the time being though. As my feed completely froze there. Hung goes down. It's 2 for Yagao on the Corki. Making it happen. The re-dive potentially? This seems dicey at best from LWX and Gory. And a reset up on the top side of ShadowHitman, being forced out of lane completely. He's 2 levels down on 369 right now.
Yeah, there's a huge wave underneath that turret that ShadowHitman needs to get. It should be able to, but I mean, FPX.
Wait, what?
What is happening?
Gory's gonna go down. There's a flash forward from Yagao, who gets his 3rd kill of the game already. And LWX, that's a Corki with a red buff. I don't know if that's a trade that you win, especially with no mana on either side. Missing. Doesn't have flash, but he does have his hook, and that's gonna be connection. That's gonna be LWX down, and that's gonna be 4 kills. That's 1 per minute for Yagao. 369 will walk away on the top side. That day might already be over.
I think you're right.
Harvey's certainly good at riding the wave as a shark himself. See if that's going to work out. Oh, 369 just goes for the all-in on the top side. And that's the second stun coming on in. Flashes forward, and 369 finds a bit of revenge for what happened earlier in the series. FPX will be able to get themselves a Drake at very least. And, you know, that is pretty much the only positive. Grabs that one for himself. He'll grab it. So there's some level. There was a ward there, Kanav. This is not going to work out, unfortunately. I say that. Maybe it will anyway. It's 3v2, though. Maybe an angle for FPX to answer as they go in onto 369. That's going to be the ulti coming out. The needlework with some damage. 1 for 1, and Kanavi left alone up in this top side. 2 kills go the way of Matron. And finally, a positive play for FPX. FPX they're not afraid of JDG, at least for the time being. Oh, having to move over. In they go. Hunk starts the engage off and has a stopwatch. That's Kanavi already down. It's going to be 1-for-1 with the junglers, though. And in with the Moonlight Vigil. Hope to try and finish things off with the double kill. LWX over the wall. And JDG find the fight.
And that's it. I mean, yes, you can get that quick engage onto Kanavi, but he's not the problem. Yagao opens up a free fire. Hope's in a really good spot with the Gale Force of his own. He just is more damage.
Over, and 369 basically already under the tower trying to get damage on Shallow, who trying to preemptively do a bit of work as a replay.
A lot stronger from JDG as missing. No. The biggest issue that we had with JDG was not being able to find advantages in the early stage. Gory caught out though.
Gory. Oh, dead. He's so dead. He had flash, but he didn't get to move the entire time.
Means that, hey, look, they keep FPX stuck in the bot side. Yagao gets mid turret. You've got Kanavi taking the Rift Herald on top side. Honestly, 369 is going to be able to shove in this top, and you've got your run. They have been able to capitalize that again and again, finding fights at the Dragons, setting up well for objectives. It's still JDG.
Oh, Shallow, who's in big trouble. The knockup is there, and Kanavi finishes him off, takes a chomp.
First move for Dragon to find fights. Just missing them.
Damage coming in. Oh, Matron's actually going to find a kick onto Missing, looking for a fight here. Roamwalk going to come on through from Gory as well, and they've managed to get onto Hope if Matron can follow it up, but I don't think that's going to happen, and Hope has some damage of his own. Gory's there to finish it off with the Everfrost, though. It's going to be 2 hits here.
God.
Oh no, Yagao has so much damage, and You know, it looked good. It looked good for a second there, but only for a second. Missing got away up on the top side. We were watching Hope, and Missing just toddles off into the jungle. 369 going for Hung here. That's going to be a solar flare to lock him up, keep him away, but Hung will eventually go down. Maybe Baytron as well as the knockup comes through. Kanavi can't quite get over the wall. Wait for cooldowns here. As Yagao starts peppering away with these rockets, and he's already 2.5 items. He's a couple of auto attacks away from fully stacking his Muramana, and he's got a needlessly large rod in there. This is going to be a massive Corki as we enter the mid, or headed to later in the game, the mid at this point. 18 minutes already, 15-5, as another Drake will go the way of JDG. Something's gone wrong with the comms, something's gone wrong within the team here. Looking to change this dramatically. 369 is alone in the world, but maybe he can find LWX. I'm not sure he has the damage to finish that one off the exhaust, doing a lot. LWX, it was a little close. It was a little close, but still just going to be
Big things we saw come through from TP is that it's much more difficult to pull off these dives in the bot side of the map because only one of the laners can TP, and it's usually the victim of the dive that ends up getting the support on the way. And that's why we've seen LNG struggle with them. We're seeing FPX struggle with them twice now in this game as well. You just can't get enough members to out-rotate your opponent. And it means that when you get the play coming through, you end up with a 4-kill Corki who's able to take over the map. And now when you start to try and progress in towards things like the Baron, or you try to set up for sieges, you've got this Corki that's poking you down.
369 has his ulti available. Solar Flare will not get this stun, and that's going to be Shala, who underneath the tower, 1 HP, but he survives. I cannot believe he got away with that one. Finally, a dive that works for FPX, but at what cost? Because look, JDG just go over to the Baron. They already took a tier 2 mid, they took an inhib tower top lane, and now they can get a Baron to help break that base mid.
They're going to burst it down. A false Realm Warp coming through to try and bait them off it, but it's not going to happen. And you try to face check this, and this is what I mean, right? You got, woo!
Oh, look at that.
You've got
everyone blocking.
You got a reasonably good spot. Navi as well, who can try and keep away. And you've always got 369, who becomes enabled in that aspect as well, right? So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned for FPX. And that's the problem with
It's like a third of Shallows who's health just from one rocket from Yagao. And now as well with the Baron in a box, just keep the support aim on. You were mentioning it before, the damage is going to come out from Yagao's rockets well in a siege situation with that Baron. Doesn't get any easier for FPX. Just going to keep on sitting away. And FPX actually just did full retreat, not even going to try and contest this tower. They know that they can't for the time being. That will be one inhib surely taken. I don't think Hung will, even Hung is going to restrain from going into this situation. This is the bad with Flash's normal ability. Oh, true.
And you just start to siege up once more here. There's not really much you can do in FPX. You don't really have good clear.
Here it is, last ditch effort from FPX. Baytron's behind the play, kicks Yagao into the wall, but he's alone trying to finish this player off, and Yagao survives. And that is going to mean it's going to be the fight for JDG, you have to believe. Gory underneath the tower. We've got Xiaolahu doing a little bit of work on the front line, but it's not going to be quite enough. Or I say that. FPX survives with his life here. 2 men strong still for FPX. A way closer fight than I think they had any right to get here. And it will be just an inhib. JDG cannot end the game for now.
No, but it's 2 inhibs down. Baron already, like...
You didn't pick the package up! Why would you not get the package there? You're ending the game. Package is available. I'm going to choose Yagao as my MVP because of watch this. He's about to pop off and win the game. He has had an insane game. He obviously was gifted a lot of gold early. Here we go. Fight finally going to kick off. Or is it? Solar just dodged. And to be honest, JDG quite happy not fighting, I think. They can keep this going all day. That's going to be an knock-up onto LWX. And now onto the front line. Xiaolahu using the Sonyas, as does 369. Moonlight Vigil goes wide. And actually, FPX are winning the fight. What is happening, Dagda? No way do FPX actually keep themselves in this game. JDG in full retreat here. Only
with the package. It's like, hey, I'm just going to make sure that we got both players in top lane playing. We'll have to see here, Beishwan. And he steals it.
Well, JDG are just going to sit and wait. They're now going to go in with the package. Yagao, a little bit of lunacy, but you know what? It scares everyone off. And that's good enough because JDG now get the Baron. And with 3 inhibs taken, if they can't win the game now, they'll never win. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, look, I think it's impossible to say that's not going to. All inhibs down, firing up. You can literally walk into the base
Baytron
and just
staying still.
chill.
Baytron hasn't been seen.
Oh.
Kanavi was underground and he stayed exactly still. Baytron in enemy territory, looking for Yagao. The flash kick is the moment. 369 with a huge ulti as well. Maybe an opportunity as LWX still going on the back line. Knocked up, but nobody can follow up. There's a hook as he's knocked up once again and obliterated. Oh, it looked so good as a start. Baytron, you get a round of applause for me for that one, but it's not enough with the gold lead, with everything else in JDG's favor. And from minute one, the lead that Yagao has had 9-0 and 9. As JDG managed to take the upset over FPX. The Lulu going to be locked in here. Honestly, with this composition alongside it, I love the Lulu. Like, literally every single ally is a good wild growth target in their own. Ignite used as well in that bottom side. Glenn's going to answer as Mako now getting chased down. He's ignited himself and needs to be cautious. Almost goes down. One more auto from Cold. Gets the first blood, but it's traded. And Viper is looking for a second as well. It's a disaster for the OMG bot lane.
2 kills go over to Viper, whereas it's only 2v2 and we see it. Well, not actually in this replay. This is going to be a slightly different one as Shanji. I think it just takes too much tower damage trying to get the poke underneath the turret, and Xiaoshang punishes.
Oh, but Aki is here. I didn't actually see what the scoreboard said off the back of this play, but I think Aki might finish him off. Slow is there. Flash being off. Nicely done by Aki.
But OMG looking to get a bit of revenge.
Yeah, no smite available. JJ does have smite, but it's only 450, and he's just going to get chased down here. The solo lane is pushing for him, and Cream gets a kill. That's early damage onto this Akali. Now Xiaoshang answering 1-for-1 here, and they're just going to jump straight over. Walls can't stop this OMG squad. And we're going to see Xiaoshang paying his price. Actually, he doesn't go down for the time being, and Cream's in trouble instead. Wildcards almost hits him. If that had aggroed the Wolves, it might have been a kill in of itself. And Scout getting them both low here. The Wildcards, that's going to be an extra stacked deck to finish the kill.
Cold!
And now Cold goes down at the bottom side as well. Viper, that was a solo kill.
That was so nasty, and now OMG! Right, like, we're seeing these invades go off. He got a bit angry that his big wolf was stolen, but EDG now starting to come in towards Dragon. Still though, OMG should be able to escape. Be back mid. He can always come to try and help out in this play bot if needs be when you got the Rift Herald, or he can actually go and try and play keep away for the potential cross map from OMG. So I think that's a deliberate decision there to not call in on that play. We're gonna actually win. Like, this is disgusting. I mean, whatever about picking up the 2 kills early, he's been non-stop, and here's the cross map.
Yeah, and now Scout comes up with the top side of the fight. This is the cross map from EDG, the team that's making the play on the bottom side. That's not... It's meant to be the other
I don't
team.
have to worry about this, but he's not respected. Oh my god, we're back to that.
Hang on, we've got a team fight going on. EDG winning so far, and that's going to be a kill onto Aki. The rest of OMG just have to. In the meantime, Xiaoshang takes the tower top side as well, but look where OMG are on the map. Maybe they can punish Xiaoshang at very least. Find themselves a play, but I don't know. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to pull off the dive. Gwen is fairly difficult to dive anyway, thanks to her shroud, but maybe that's the play as Aki moves in. Not even going to go for a Gromp here, actually, as Herald spawning once again. Maybe that's the call, or maybe moving back to this mid lane. I'm not sure. OMG, you've got to make something happen. You're losing things all around the map here.
Yeah, they're starting up Rift Herald, hoping that maybe they can bait EDG in, but this still feels like it's EDG style, because, as we said, they've actually got good setup. They've got a pretty strong Ezreal that I don't think OMG can deal with.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can hurt Viper. I'm just keeping my eyes on this Ezreal. He's half health already, though. That is some big damage, but there's one for Viper, and now time to sweep up. Scout with the gold card. Viper playing it safe on the backline for the time being. Able, staying forwards, trying to get the damage out, but it's Cream to go down here. True Shot Barrage as Viper tries to 1v2 on the backline. Cream surviving for the time being. Gets over the wall. Aki onto Viper here, but he heals and he keeps himself alive. There's a kill for Xiaoshang as well. And after everything, it's a fight for EDG, but at very least, there's no tier 2 on the bottom side of the map for OMG. They don't have anywhere to retreat to. Gold card, Everfrost, Cream in big trouble as Aki trying to buy time on the top side of the fight. TP being channeled as well, as Aki will fall to start this one off. Viper with one. There's one for Xiaoshang as well. And the follow-up is just insane from this EDG squad. Nobody even dies. As Scout with a ghost now trying to find more. Able with a great climb players, plus a 350. Shanji's desperate for this tower. He might get the bounty though. Can he get the tower bounty? The answer is yes. Let's go, Shanji. We call that a win right now with the state of the game. I'd happily just... He was 1 of 5. He's not worth any gold. That's a net positive trade for OMG.
Problem though is dragging up in 20 seconds. You've got no top laner for it. Cream trying to see if he can push in top, but EDG, they're now flexing up towards the top side.
Yeah, Cream. Cautious, and the gold card will come on through, and there's the rest of the... Whoa! Where did he go? It's...
He's got that Hex Drinker in his back pocket, so Cream can't really just look for the execute on him. He'll still be totally fine. And when he's kind of the only person...
Is available this year. The Asian games are going to happen again this year, so first time in a couple of years, it's possible for an LPL team to get on the road, hit every championship. I'm just gonna, in case anyone didn't know that is on the cards this year. Yeah, that is a thing once more. Rocket comes in, blocked by Scout, nicely done. That's going to be Baron for EDG. And it's going to be a gold card onto Shanji. I don't know if they'll go for the block. Cream's got to get immediately, and now that's going to be Destiny. Forces a flash out from Cream. Xiaoshang knows that he can just start this one off comfortably. He's even got a stopwatch if he needs it, but he will not need it. That is for sure. Flash from Scout as they look for a little more. Everfrost's going to get the root onto Aki, who's forced to flash into his own base. And Viper's going to follow him. Who cares about front lines, says Viper, charging into the enemy lines. And I mean, this is just brutal to witness.
Viper is the boss. He just doesn't care. He's just going absolutely nuts. He's just like, I'm going flashing, arcade shifting in on top of Aki. All right, well, this was a like a bit of a quick one.
It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna be totally honest. He could have bought anything. He could have bought a death cap at this point. He'd still be able to just win this game because I don't think there's any universe of GD's fighting back. It's almost 15,000 gold in EDG's favor as they just smash through the third inhibitor. Like,
Viper just doesn't care. He doesn't even have flash. He's just like arcade shifting forward. It's like, whatever you do, you will not win. He just doesn't care.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a stopwatch, worst case scenario. Like, what are you going to do? If you're OMG, how do you stop Viper doing this? There's nothing. There is absolutely no counterplay available when you're this far behind. In goes JJ, 4-man knockup. That is gorgeous to witness.
Penta.
And EDG, they're just getting some bonuses here. Xiaoshang won't get a Penta. They'll just get a game win instead. My goodness. Oh, that was... I feel unclean after watching that. I feel like I need to go get a shower.
Super strong team fight and something that can do really well against what OMG are trying. And actually going to be Aki going over towards the wreck side. So strong early game jungler, good counter towards the lead. On paper, look like the better team fight. The goal difference is in favor.
Oh, Viper's step too far forward. That's played. That's flash used. And the Flame Chomper's underneath Mako. Surely a kill. But actually, Viper might turn it around. Aki has to flash. And Viper step too far forwards. Now the zap hits him cold. Willing to go for the dive here. Takes a tower shot. Can Abel finish the kill though? Oh no, Viper gets them both. The shield from JJ. And it...
Push actually in for Viper and Mako. Maybe we can get a play mid.
Oh, Scout. Just destroys Cream in the mid lane. Aki dodging a couple of skill shots, but Graviton cannot be dodged. And there's a third kill for Viper. Turret over the wall as well. Every time he's distracting the enemy, so that'll be EDG grabbing themselves a Herald. EDG might look for a little bit more. Just clearing vision. Shanji gonna get caught by the call of the Forge God. Dodges the knockup though, but Mako is here with the play. Shanji has flash and might just start the play off for himself. Trying to get onto Viper, who's just going strong. Has red and white weapons, has a Moonlight Vigil, has a million shurikens to work with, and there's another kill for Viper, 4-0. And now they can just batter away on this.
For OMG to try and defend this turret, and you can see that that's where EDG are trying to use this Rift Herald, get more gold into Viper.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
There we go, Cream's gone. Scout just absolutely styling in the mid lane. You reminded me there. Oh, it's gone.
I don't know how that hook hit Viper. That was my real question. There's Theory waves before Aki arrives. It's all good and done.
Oh no, he's gone too far forward. Shanji happy to tank here. Knock up Aki with some damage. Xiaoshang goes down. Shanji, can he escape? Because Scout is here. Raid boss Scout, 2-0 already.
You don't want to leave. You're sitting there, the taxi's waiting, you've got the door open. You're just like, can we please go? Look, I got places to be. I don't really want to be sticking around here just kind of talking crap to
Places to
everyone.
be in the kebab shop.
Yes, yes.
Keep failing miserably because stuff is happening. And I think it's going to happen again because OMG are posturing to fight with his Herald. I don't know if this is a fight that they can take, but they're going to go for it anyway. Mako in trouble here and obliterated by Abel. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe this is a winnable fight. There's the Calibro coming on through. Look at this damage out from Viper at ridiculous range. And now a couple of knockups coming out from Xiaoshang as well. Flash away from Cold. OMG with the numbers advantage, but it's not stopping EDG from fighting away. Aki moving forwards, he's got that radar out, he's onto Viper, gets the knock up, the rest of the team trying to get the damage here, but the hook won't land. And Aki finishes him underneath the tower. OMG finding the fight to get back into the game. Abel going strong on the front line, low on HP though, as Colt takes the tower shot. Do they have the damage to get through? Xiaoshang, Cream desperately trying to survive. Great play from JJ. Waits a second on the blast gun to finish that one off. And these days, I think people know important things like Cassandra and his rise. But I want to mention that there was a moment in time along the way.
Especially because, like, when we saw them at Worlds, a lot of the silences, a lot of the Acalis, that's what EDG were looking super strong on. Now we see him popping off in the Syndra. This guy is so versatile. It opens up EDG so much as to what they want to play. That's not even touching things like their distant play and the ability to find the smart
game. We'll find out what the soul will be for this one. As it's going to be a good one. There are literally no bad options. You know that it's a good situation for you when Ocean Soul is the worst possible option available. Aki finding Xiaoshang up on his top side, but Mako's there with a lantern. There's a ward on the lantern though. Xiaoshang still gets out, still survives. And now a play coming out from Mako to try and buy space. Shanji cannot follow up, and Scout is here to start dishing the damage out. JJ on the flank, and OMG suddenly the ones in the precarious position. Good stun coming out onto Scout, but he just doesn't have the damage to finish anything off. And Viper wants a little more. The Xiaoshang gets another kill, and that's going to be the TP out of Cream. He knows it's out. And there's a rocket from Abel to find a bonus kill off the back of things. It's pure chaos on the Rift. This Cold is finally found, and Viper gets his 5th of the game.
I wasn't sure if Xiaoshang was going to reach.
Got so much pressure to work with, and they have such a tremendous gold lead, 5,000 at the 22-minute mark. And you know, that doesn't sound like a lot in the LPL because we have some games that are real blowouts. But that is invincible at this point in the game. JJ will be looking for a kick. Here we go, Forge God once again. It's a knock-up onto Cream and a hook to follow. See you later. That's 1 and 4 now. The Xiaoshang just dips out again. 20 seconds until the Drake and EDG.
Some will start to position at Baron, and I think a lot of the posture at Baron is just more so to keep them entertained, as they will be able to steal this one away. Cream has the
really difficult for the side of OMG in these fights. Viper's going to be an absolute monster. Scout as well. It's not getting any easier. Abel's been found by a Sonic Wave. JJ kind of messes his ward up. Oh, the kick into the knockup. They've kind of messed the combo. JJ's too deep at this point. Cream gone down on the other side. No, he actually survives. What is happening to EDG in this fight? Aki gets one, goes down for his trouble, but it's 2 for 1 in favor of OMG. Cream off to the side, looking for poke damage. Viper goes forward. Can they finish the kills? Scout turns golden after blasting his ult off, but he doesn't have the damage to finish it. And EDG, the biggest botch I've seen this entire split.
You know, perfect guns for Viper, so he doesn't take damage.
TP came in, and that means pings galore coming out from OMG. Can they finish it off, though? Because damage reduced by Baron hitting you, remember. They don't have Smite. Cold over the wall. Can the miracle happen? No, it can't. JJ arrived. I was wrong.
Aki is down on the bottom side of EDG's jungle, so he's got to reset as his top tower falls.
And the crazy thing is, on the back of that replay, even though OMG actually won the fight, it's EDG to get the Baron, but also, you actually have to praise Scout. The flash forward at the end to kill Abel is the only reason that OMG don't have a resounding win in that fight, and maybe even get a Baron themselves, right? So Scout, once again, clutch plays. There's another stun coming out from Scout, and a call of the Forge God to try and snipe Cold. Will not hit the mark. Cold survives for the time being. EDG have to be cautious, going for an in-hit here. Moonlight Vigil dodged by Cream. Shanji playing frontline, trying to survive as long as he can. He's doing a good job of EDG. Having to back away a little bit on this one, but Viper's not afraid of anything. Again, waiting on the lantern there. To take this fight, they're almost 10,000 gold down. Keep your eyes on Abel and Cream. They've got to stay safe. They've got to get the damage out. Xiaoshang, Call of the Forge God is available whenever he wants to pull the trigger. JJ just sitting on the dragon is here we go. Abel knocked up by the Call of the Forge God. The combo, but Xiaoshang misses the knockup. It doesn't matter. He just 1v1'd Abel in the back of the fight. Beautifully done by Xiaoshang. And that is probably going to be game. Double kill for the Ornn. Blow your horn. Because Cream goes down as well for one for Viper. The Ocean Soul is taken. And Aki just drops a confused frog in the brush. He's an alcove gamer. And he knows that this one's done and dusted. EDG are going to push this one home for a 2-0 win in dominant fashion over OMG.
I mean, EDG, their team fighting still looking good. One or two missteps with the coordination, but overall, it's a clean 2-0 for EDG, and they'll be real happy with how this.
What's up guys, EUW guy, Kane man, you're on, ShadowHitman is here. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out any League of Legends content. Thank you.